Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and have a look at this gorgeous journal I have in front of me. So this is my second swap in the second round of the Sisterhood of the Travelling Junk Journal, a group of Aussies that are making pretty journals, sending them off to partners in a big circle so that everybody receives everyone's journal. We do some decorating in it, send it on its way, and you end up with a journal filled with all sorts of pretty things. Now, if this is the first time you've seen one of these videos, if you go to my playlists, I have one called Creative Collab Journal. It has all the videos of the journal I made, all the swaps that I've done this round, last round, plus a ton of other inspiration for you if you want to make some journal ephemera, etc. So yes, lots of good stuff there. But this is the beauty that has arrived today that I need to decorate in. Have a look inside. All sorts of interesting things here. Some packaging with pretty red shiny stuff. A little tag here so I can write down which pages I worked in. We've got bling. We have bling and sparkly bits, and look at it is just fabulous. So as soon as I saw this journal, it just screamed boho to me. And I went, I have got to do a boho theme spread. And I have decided that I'm going to use a kit that I got from Valerie. I will put all the details down below. It was a little mini freebie she gave away quite some time ago. And she actually made a beautiful bohemian journal. But I just used the freebie. I've used it in the past for another project. But when I saw this and the colours and the bling, I went, I have to do a boho theme page. It is just not an optional extra. So that is what we're going to do. And I think I will use this lovely blank slate here. I'm going to do my usual. We're going to grab some baking paper, or as some people call it, parchment paper, to protect everything below. Because yes, we're going to get a little bit painty for this one too, because I just can't help myself. Voila, that's perfect. And I would hate to make a mess on any of the cover or other pages. I just want to play on mine. So from here, this is where we go to voiceover. My attempts at painting and getting it down smoothly, evenly and prettily just didn't work out the way I planned. So I started with a brayer. That did not work too well, but I went one step at a time. I then kept going with the brayer, changing to this crimson coloured paint, which did work a little bit better because it is a thinner consistency than the green one. But I then grabbed the old credit card because that does work quite well at getting a nice coverage, not super smooth, but that I didn't care about that, but I wanted some decent coverage. And then in the end, I just got a paintbrush house. For this thicker green, it ended up giving me good coverage, and I just went, look, this is okay. I didn't want it super smooth and perfect, but I did struggle to sort of get it to where I wanted it to be. And I thought I will just show you this mess because in the end, I think it turns out really good. But sometimes you need to see that even though you think your progress is not working, just keep going, keep playing, and see where you end up. So I wasn't worried about the centre of these pages because I will be adding extra decoration there, so that's fine. But you know what? In the end, I went, this is going to do for now. Let's see what happens. So here I grab a stencil. I grab my favourite copper coloured paint, and I like stenciling using a little stiff stencil brush. Make sure you get as much paint off as you can before you start stenciling, just to try and avoid leak through. I, again, was a little bit concerned that my stenciling might not be perfect because it was very lumpy and bumpy underneath. But I was just patient and didn't use too much paint, and my aim is to stencil all around the edge, keep everything cohesive and together. I don't make you watch the whole lot. I'm just showing you little bits as I progress through this. You could, of course, use a sponge if you don't have a stencil brush. Always used to use a sponge, and then one day I just bought a stencil brush, and for me it was a game changer. I just found my stenciling worked out so much nicer. And I find if I want to be particular about where I put colour, I definitely have more control when I use a little stencil brush. Voila, now let's prep some of our embellishments. So what I'm using to finish off these pages is this little mini freebie kit from Valerie Kruger. I'll put all her details down in the box if you would like to get hold of this kit. She also has a beautiful big full journaling kit if you're interested in wanting to do a boho journal. Now, this particular element had these lines as part of the decoration. I'm not sure why. They looked a little bit almost like like a chest of drawers, drawer marks. So I've decided to cut along these, and I'm going to use this piece to make some pockets. So I'm just checking that I have cut all the way through. I have grabbed my favourite backing paper, a good old piece of grocery bag, and then all I'm going to do is apply glue all around the edges, not too thick, because I don't want to close off the little pockets that I have made. And it doesn't matter whether I have the branding up or down. No one's going to see any of it because this will be glued down onto the page when we're done. So we just adhere this down nicely, and we now have ourselves a double pocket. Then just trimming off the excess paper. Could have also torn the paper. That might have been quite an interesting look too. I didn't think about that until I started shopping, but it's fine. I'll go with the cut variety today. Voila. Just making sure my pockets are fine, and they are. So we'll put that aside. Now, the next piece I have here, this was a beautiful image in part which was in the mini kit, and I've decided she's just going to be the highlight of the opposite side. But I'm umming and ahhing here because I've decided I think I need some sort of frame around her. I am a little concerned that my very dark background, she might just get completely lost. So sometimes it's a good idea to have a think about your background and whether your image may get lost. So what I've done, I've grabbed, this is a piece of gold shimmery sort of cardstock that I have in my stash. It's a lovely rich gold too, which I think is a perfect match for the theme that I'm doing here. And we're just adding some glue, and we're going to glue her down. And we're going to give her her own little frame just so that she stands out and doesn't get lost. We don't want her to get lost. She's way too pretty. I'm not even measuring this. I'm just cutting it off. It will be fine. This is going to be a very busy page. If I'm a few millimetres out, and no one's going to notice that at all. Now, this is a scrap left over from a kit from Art House Whimsy that I've just adhered to a piece of grocery bag, my favourite, turning it into a journaling card. And I'm going to grab my Helmer fabric glue, which I love using when I'm doing videos because it dries really nice and quickly, this one. You have to be careful though, you don't have a lot of playtime. If you're worried about lining things up and things, this can be a bit tough, this glue, but it does work well and it's great for videos because no sooner have you put it down, I can start fluffing and moving it and playing with the pieces that I've created. So this is a little scrap that I had left, so we're just using the glue to adhere that, and this is going to become, of course, a journaling card / could also be a bookmark actually. Now I've grabbed my sequins and I'm just going back to my Helmer's Tiger Grip. This glue I love for virtually everything. With fabric, if I'm doing videos, it takes a little while to dry solidly, so that's why I flipped to the fabric glue. But when it comes to adding sequins or sparkly bits, once it's dry, and it doesn't take that long, they do not move. You don't lose them. And where I live, it's subtropical glue. Some glues just don't last. It's one of the reasons why I very rarely use double-sided tape. I find the adhesive just does not survive in this climate. So I stick with my Helmer's Tiger Grip. It just works so well for me. And we're just adding these sequins now. These have a bit of a vintage feel. They're not super shiny, so I thought they were a perfect match rather than, you know, really bright gold or something like that. And of course, just straightening up my little scrap of lace. It was a fraction too big, but I was lucky I had it because even the colour I thought was perfect match for this page. And now let's start attaching these things. So here's my pocket, and what I'm going to do is only glue down 3 sides, so it will actually become a triple pocket. So I'm trying not to add too much glue, and I'm going right up to the edges so that I have room to slide in our journaling card / bookmark arrangement. And then we're going to simply add glue. I was going to make another pocket with her, but I just went, no, this is getting too bulky. Let's just call it quits and not do that for this page. See how well the gold frame helps that picture to pop? I definitely think it makes a difference. Now, I have a few other little bits of embellishment that I'm going to stick down. I have pieces from the Art House Whimsy kit, and how I started using this kit was it has these beautiful red bottles in it. So I went with the, you know, herbalist, medicine woman type vibe for this page. So a plant or two to sort of send that vibe. And then, of course, I have these really cute red bottles, which to me were just an absolutely perfect match for this page. So the other little bits were all they were little tiny bits that were included in the freebie kit. Then this flower was a leftover from an ink and page kit that I had. It was too big for what I needed them for, so I had this one left over, and it was a little lighter in colour than everything else I've been using, but I thought the page just needed something, and I went, guess what? You'll do. And then tiny little mini pocket. Those little mini quotey sort of words were part of the kit. So there goes our journaling card, nudging that in carefully. sticks out beautifully. These two little pieces that look like decorated note pages, they were part of the kit exactly as they were. And here's, of course, these fabulous red bottles, which I just knew were going to work beautifully, including the tiny little mini one. Oh, no, this page is definitely not a less is more variety. Had these bling in my stash and I really liked the colours. So we're going to add a few of those too, just for fun. Tiger Grip will hold these down perfectly. They will not budge once it's dry, but it gives you enough time to get it just into the right spot. I don't trust the glue that's on the back of these embellishments. I always add my own glue down, and of course then they stick to your fingers and they're a pain, but it's okay. And of course I'm not going to make you watch me do the entire page. I've just dotted them around sort of in the centre of the stencil pattern, but not perfectly. That was not the goal. Now I'm grabbing my favourite gold ink that I bought off Temu. It's actually calligraphy ink. And I'm grabbing my little dotter here, and I decided we needed some sparkle. So this is the most delightful gold sparkle paint when it dries, but little dots of it just, to me, was the perfect thing that I needed. So this took me quite a while, and I promise you I will not make you watch the entire thing. But to me, it was just an absolutely great way to finish this page. And if you just need some patience. And I just sort of followed the patterns that the stencil had created and just picked anywhere. And as you can see, we've almost finished here. I just worked my way around the page. Took a while, but I absolutely love the end effect. It was worth it. Just have to regularly dip into the ink to make sure you get nice, clean dots. And voila, I think I need to stop now. Look, I absolutely love how this page turned out. I think it matches the journal vibe perfectly. It took some time, and as I said, don't give up if your painting doesn't work initially. Layer after layer, nobody knows what's even on down the bottom there. You can see hints of green and stuff, but it's all good. So please give this video a thumbs up if you'd enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.